Okay, so for art, over the next couple of weeks, we're going to connect it with our ICT project and our websites. And you're going to create some illustrations of your experiences in primary school and try to animate them using the app Keynote, which is free. So the first thing you'll need to do is install Keynote. And then what I want you to do today is to kind of start experimenting with the tools. So I will just show you one that I've made. It's not brilliant, but it shows you the things we can do. So let me press play. So I'm going to have to tap to then move to the next thing. Here's my character. Going to school. And off he goes. Now obviously it's nothing wonderful, but it just shows you some of the things we can do. So you will need to go to, when you open Keynote, you need to create a presentation. And you could choose the theme, and your theme you need to choose is basic white or classic white or white, one of the plain ones. So I created classic white. I'm just going to go back to my other one if I can. Here we go. So you'll create one and you'll get a blank slide like this. Then what you'll need to do is tap and delete each thing. So we've got an empty space. So you've got a white page. Then you can either use the ones that I'm going to put onto Teams in the files, or you can look on the internet and find yourself some lined paper that can be a background. I've already found a few, so I'm just going to show you how to add them as your background. You're going to press the plus button, which is in the top right hand corner. Then you're going to, this is the add button, so we're going to put in a photo or video. And it will show me my camera roll, so I'm now going to go to recents, and I'm going to choose one of those lined paper examples that I've already saved. Let's go for this one. Then I'm going to make sure it covers the white space. It doesn't matter if it goes over the edges, because we can still, if I touch the page, I can still see the ruler at the side. So that's going to be my background. Then I'm going to do some drawing. If you have an Apple Pencil or something, you'll just tap to draw. If you don't and you want to draw with your finger, you need to press plus and drawing. If you can see that at the bottom of that menu. So now we're going to start drawing a little character, and I think it's best in black and white, but you might want to include other colours, it's up to you. And you're going to draw something that you want to animate. So it could be the person, like we did before. Here's me on my first day at school. Here I am, maybe I'll have a school bag in my hand. Okay, you can do it as detailed as you want to. And here I am, going to school. How am I feeling? Happy. So there's my character. And like I did on the other one, I drew an OBS sign. That's going to be like a separate drawing anyway. So I can put that over here. I want you to do it neater than I am. But there's my drawing. Now I'm going to press done in the top right corner. Now you can see I created two drawings and they've got the kind of blue outline with the dots around them. At the moment they're together, but if I tap somewhere else on the screen and then tap again, I can just select the drawing that I want to move. So I want to animate the girl, but I'm going to keep the school sign in the same place. So I tap the drawing of the girl and I get some options, and I'm going to press animate. Now we've got three things that we can animate. We can animate the build-in, which is how it appears on the screen. Then the action, what do we want our character or object to do? and then the build out. How do they leave the screen? So my build in that I did, you've got lots of options down here and some really funky ones, but we want to make it kind of realistic. We don't necessarily want me to swing into the scene. It's not really what would happen. Maybe spin, could do, twirl, again not necessarily realistic. What did I go? I went for skid, like I was maybe late or excited for school. Skid into the scene. So I'm going to stick with that one. Then we're going to press done at the top, close here. And I've skidded in, that's my build in. Now I'm going to do the action. And you can choose what you want your character to do. So maybe bounce, let's try. Oh, that's nice. Like really excited to be at school. The other one that I did, which I'll show you in a minute, is a bit different. Oh. So you can choose what you want your person to do. Jiggle around if they're excited. I'm going to go for bounce, I think. But the other one that I did in the last example was create path. The first one on the left. So this is where we can draw like a route for our character or object to take. So I'm going to just draw with my pen or finger where I want them to go. And it could just be something simple, like going across the screen. Maybe I want them to do some little loops around, jumping. It's kind of like that. And you can say where you want them to go. So that's the path. You can draw wherever you want them to go, or if it's an object or something. Or if maybe you're drawing a scene of like a football game, the football you could animate to be kicked between two players or kick straight into the goal, which would be a nice thing. So that's how you do the path. I'm going to clear it because I'm not going to use that. I want to use the bounce one. And then I'm closing, bottom left corner. And I'm going to press back on the bottom left. Now I've got my skid, build in, bounce is my action, and then they build out. How do I want her to leave the screen? I want her to kind of go to the right. Does the move out work? There we go, she's going off to school. But again, you've got lots of options. There are some nice ones like confetti and crumble, but I'm not sure that matches what we're going for. Like this is really nice, but it doesn't necessarily match our wimpy kid diary type of thing. So I'm going to go for just moving out to the right. And I've chosen that one, so I'm going to press the cross in the bottom left corner. And now I see my 3 animations that I've put. I want her to skid in, bounce a little bit because she's excited, and then go to school. So let's press play in the top right to watch that. Again, I'm going to have to tap the screen to make this happen. There she is, tap again, and off she goes. I noticed then actually that my drawing of the school sign was too high because my paper background actually goes beyond the page. So I'm just going to fix that. I'm going to press done because I'm happy with the animation, top right corner. And I'm going to select my school sign just by tapping it and move it down so that it's on the screen. And we'll try again. I'm going to press play to preview it. That's better. Here she is. She's excited. Off she goes. Okay? And that's how you do some simple animation. So I want you to have a play around with it and see what you can create. You can either take a screenshot of your work and put it onto Seesaw, or you can share it like this. You'll press the 3 dots in the top right hand corner. You're going to press export, and you're going to either save it as a movie or an animated GIF. So you choose which one you want to do. I think probably movie might work. best. I'm not sure what will work best in our websites. Maybe you want to do export both, but movie for now. So I press movie, then I'm going to choose what I want. Actually, I only want the second slide here. So I'm just going to choose slide 2 to 2, because that's the one, I just want slide 2. And this timing thing is because obviously in the video I'm not going to be tapping. So do I want it to go straight to the next build? I'm going to do 1 second between each animation. So that's fine. Now I'm going to export it, and you'll see it saving, and then save video. If you can see that underneath, copy, save video, and that will save it to your camera roll. Then let's check it's there in your camera roll, your photos, and here at the bottom this should be what we just created. There she is, and that's it. Let's watch that one more time, and imagine this on your school website with your school memories. Imagine this kind of thing accompanying what you've written about, like funny times or things that happened on camp or your best memories. You can illustrate that, animate it, and pop it into your website. Let's watch one more time. It's simple, it's effective. If you spend longer on your drawings than I did, it will look really nice, and I think it will bring your websites to life. So that's your task. Go and explore Keynote, have a play with the animation, create something. It doesn't have to be the final thing that you're going to use, but something that would fit, export it as a video, and then pop it onto Seesaw. Okay, have fun.